Okay, shalom, everybody. I know this is kind of last minute. Shalom, Jamal. I know this is kind of last minute, but um, I actually came across Phil on a different channel on live stream, and I asked him to come over and do an interview here. You can't hear me? All right. Is anyone else having trouble hearing me? Anyone else? Shalom, everybody coming into the room. Okay. Um, can everybody hear me okay? Okay, good. Well, Phil is going to drop by and we're just going to have a talk about all the events that are happening. And he will talk to you in his own words, which I think is only fair. You know, I'm not about to put out a series of videos like I see some of the other people doing. I think that's so lame. If you have to say something to somebody, try to address that person yourself. I mean, I just don't get all these videos that are coming out, and it's not like they're giving you anything of value. Everybody is just piggybacking off of each other. The videos all sound exactly the same. You know, what the hell is the point? If you have an issue with somebody, talk to them directly. It's much better that way, and get it from the horse's mouth, as they say it. I don't know what's so hard about that, but obviously it must be difficult for them. I don't know. I don't have to agree with everything a person say to understand and allow them to just speak whatever they have to say on the issue. But some of these people that are just putting one video after the next and live streams and this video and that video, man, please get out of here with that mess. I know there's probably, hi, Lion's Den. Good to see you. Um, I'm sure he'll be over shortly because I know he was over at O'Shea Duke's hangout. So he's going to cut over here real shortly. You know what? I watched a few and they all sound exactly the same. Shalom, Michael. They all sound exactly the same. I could see if you were adding something in that nobody heard before, but the videos are all piggybacks off of each other. I don't want to hear that. Well, it's not even about that. I can deal with virtually anybody on here, but I just think all of the videos that are coming out are just really counterproductive. And everybody is just saying the same exact thing. Okay. So all of this chattering, and none of you, it never occurred to any of you to talk to Phil or try to talk to him. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the maturity level of a person. I don't know. Well, Sherry, that's something we can ask him directly. That's what this is all about. Well, even if you don't agree with his spouse, I'm hearing a lot of talk chattering about money and, oh, well, he's taking all this money from people. Is that what's really bothering you in this whole thing? So if that is indeed the case, then again, all of this you should be able to talk about. If you could talk to this person before in the past, you should be able to talk to him now. And if you can't talk to him now, what is the reason behind that? You know, Phil.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how you doing, brother?
I am here.
Good. I'm glad you're here. You know, there has been a series of videos coming out, and I
Yes,
was
ma'am.
telling my people, I said, one thing I noticed, they're all very counterproductive, all saying the same exact thing. And, you know, me, I don't know. I guess it's hard for me to make a series of videos about somebody talking about them like that and not coming to address you directly. I think it's only fair for you to speak for yourself. You've always been a very well spoken person out here. So I don't see any problem with that. I don't know what their problem is, but I just looked at a few and it was almost like cookie cutter videos about you. So we're going to go over some of the questions that some of my subscribers had. I did not answer at all because I'm not you. I don't, and as far as your personal life, I've heard you talk about your wife in videos and things that you've done together, but people are saying things to me that I never heard directly from you. But I said the best thing to do is let him speak. I don't know why so many people are so deeply invested in your relationship, but for some reason they are. So, um, but one of the things that came up is, many of them are saying that you said your wife was a Black Latina. And I said, well, I never heard that, but I'll just let you explain that in your own words.
No, I said, and I never said she was a Black Latina. I said that she had some Black people in her family. That's what I said. I said she's mostly Native American. I said, yes, I said on DNA, you see it, but she's mostly Native American. I say that anybody who knows me, like Brother Derek, Sister Sadia, my Patreon members in LA, they met her because they kept saying, oh, he was hiding her. Everybody knows her. Lovely T knows her. Everybody know her. It just I put her up on YouTube because why would I do that? Like look what's happening now. Like what if
Yeah.
a picture of my children was on there? What would they be doing then? You get what I'm saying? See, Lisa, that's the thing. You can expect this from the white supremacists, right? But look who's doing this. It's black.
Yeah.
If the white supremacists were making these videos, I would be, content with that. But it's not the white supremacists. I rail against them every freaking day. Even the boards are pissed off at me. They won't stop messaging me and leaving me messages on freaking Facebook now. They hot with me in South Africa. But they not even doing this. It's black folks. And black folks, the theme, Lisa, they keep saying is money. They keep mentioning the word money, money. You giving him money, 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 money. And I say, oh, that's what it is. I say, how much money do I have? I want to know. Like I don't know. I don't know. But you can ask. I'm just tripped out by it. But I guess it'd be expected.
Yeah, Phil, I've been hearing that consistency about the money in all of the videos too. I don't quite get into people's pockets naturally like that. So it is just not my nature to do that. But as far as your relationship goes with your wife, whether you share that with everybody or not, I really think that's up to your discretion. But we know why this whole thing took off, but what is the main issue that you feel that this is happening now? We know this all went out and there was a picture and they're going over the top, but I'm almost getting the feeling that there are people that either have some sort of jealousy, or your channel has grown in ways that they have never been able to achieve with their channels, and they're feeling a certain way about that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't help that because I'm a type of brother that hey, everybody, you can see me on the screen.
Yes. Can you
You
see Phil? Let me just ask everybody. Can y'all see Phil on the screen? I can see you.
Okay, okay. I'll just word. But listen, I've been the type of brother that have shared my platform with people because I remember when black people get to the point that where I'm at, they don't fool with black folk. They don't talk to you. They don't do anything. And I'll say that if I would ever got to that point, if it was to ever happen, I want to be one to share my platform with people. Do what I feel that, we say other races always help out other races, right? Well, I said I wanted to actually do that. I want to bring in other, black people, let them have a voice, on my platform, and let people, if they like them, go follow them, go see whatever. You get what I'm saying? You can't just do everything alone on an island. Now, some people have said, I've heard chatter, well, why him? He's not the most articulate. Hey, I never said I was the most articulate guy, but maybe some of the moves I make, whatever, and it's a method to my madness. And I know people think I'm real not intelligent because of my southern accent, and that's fine too. But instead of trying to attack me, get with me. I'm one to help you, if I can. But no, that's the route they want to take, and that's fine. They can make their videos. But like I say on the other show, we doing all this covert work and making videos, but why nobody has found Amber Geiger and where she's at? For killing Botham John in his own house. We're not trying to find where she's at and go and protest or say anything about her, but they weren't about me. You see, it's easier to attack black folks, but you're scared to attack white supremacy. But
Yeah, yeah. Now I have one subscriber, and she is saying, didn't Philip talk about black women who date outside their race?
yes, I know what they getting at. Oh, they hot. That's what they hot about. That's the biggest thing. You have black females that date white men that got pissed off at me when I said a few things. And I said to black men and black women that we should not, in this climate of Trump and all these racists like stabbing black women in the neck, etc., we shouldn't date, procreate, or even get with them at this point in time. That's what I said about white folks. You notice I never came against them when they was dating Asians or Mexicans or whoever else. I never say too much about that. They don't follow exactly what I say. I said the oppressor class is the one you need to watch yourself with. That's what I said. And then I don't even make those videos too much anymore unless it comes up in the headline. I think Serena's the last one I made a video about. And I defended Serena, and I had an issue that her husband wasn't defending her. And a lot of black men say, why this man won't defend this woman when she's being racially attacked? And now he finally did it or whatever. But like I said, they could do what they want. I'm not tripping on them. I'm only focusing on fixing the issues in the community. They so worried about, it's like the Dr. Moonby situation. You say one thing and you won't let it go. You don't forgive black people. You don't give black people a chance. You forgive them white folks when they kill your kids.
Right, right. Now, someone wrote, "Oh, they're not jealous of Phil. Phil lied." Okay, so now let's just hash it out. I got Phil here. What's the lie?
Lie about what? That's what I want to know.
That's
Lie
what I
about
want to know.
what?
That's what I want to know. We got Phil right here. So you said he lied. Now, what's the lie?
Let me answer. Let me answer Shawnette W. What about the hood rat videos people kept talking about? On O'Shea's channel, I gave my whole history of YouTube. And back prior to 2015, prior to me going to the Million Man March and having an epiphany about the black community, when I used to do YouTube, as a matter of fact, I made a video. I was so tired of some of the news I was doing. It was overwhelming to me at times, and I needed a break. I like to have fun on YouTube. I used to do that all the time. I wanted to have fun. So a lot of people watch these videos on World Star and everything else. People will watch them. And I say, you know what? Let me take 3 videos. Let me put them together and joke about them. I talked about everybody. I talked about white folks that was acting ratchet, Asians that was acting ratchet, black men, black women, anybody was acting ratchet, I would talk about them. And then I made this video for the first time on the Interracial TV channel, and I asked them, what do you think about this? Should I continue to do this? Should I do another one? And the people said at the time, yeah, make another one. So I made another one. I made about 5 total at that time period. So much so I created a whole channel off of it, and I did it to have a break from this crap that you deal with in the news, because sometimes it mentally gets to me. So I did that channel. It grew, up to over 100,000 subscribers at the time period. But then it got to a point as I was looking at things and say, I'm just not really into it like that no more. I don't think it would be a good thing for me to do. So I just kind of stopped doing it. That's it. Like, I don't know, like people act like, oh my God, I caught him. Like, I had the channel in my channel recommendations that I put there forever. Like, what are you catching me doing?
Okay. Yeah. But that was the one thing that came up. Oh, he was being dishonest. He lied. And I'm just, all right. So if he was not, all right, Dr. Mumby and Phil was disrespectful about our people voicing their right to speak. We don't need to be apologists for truth. That's from Maurice Muhammad.
Well, I can say people could be disrespectful in they comments to me. I can say people disrespectful for using certain words. I can say that too. I mean, we all have opinions. Either you agree with them or not. Like, why we have to just lose our minds over opinions? I mean, I see people's videos. I may agree with it. Like, yeah, I agree with that. If I don't watch it. I don't make videos about people. Like, my platform is to go after racism and white supremacy. I'm not trying to attack black people from my platform. I'm not doing it because they're not sitting up there attacking each other. Well, they got problems every day. You know that, Lisa. Look at that fentanyl thing. Every day they dying off. You don't see them going in on white people on fentanyl. They don't say crap. You don't even know it exists if you don't pay attention to it.
Right.
Us, if we were dealing with fentanyl every day, we'd be making videos trashing black folks, saying how we just sorry, no good fentanyl addicts. That's what we'll do. And the white supremacists come by and they love this. They loving all this right now.
All right. So William said, you made a video in 2014 and you said that black people can be racist too. Do you still believe that?
2014, prior to me coming into the knowledge I have now, I would not say black people cannot be racist. Not at all.
Right.
I can't say black people, if they chose, could be bigoted towards someone, but black people can't be racist. They don't have the power to. It's called evolving. If the way you guys act, you would have never listened to Malcolm X because he used to run around with white women. You wouldn't have listened to him. You'd be saying, well, back in the time period, you were running with white women. But Malcolm changed his life. He did everything that he done that was great for the community. But it's like black folks got this attitude like they're God sometimes. I'm gonna say that. It's because we act like we're gonna judge everybody. And like what you do one thing, if Lisa if you do one thing wrong, they're gonna say, oh, Lisa did this in 1985. That mentality, like with the Bill Cosby thing, going way back in the day and acting like you judge, jury, and executioner of people like you God, the Most High, Allah, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. No, okay. So Queen, I know, damage control. Yeah, well, no, not really. I'm just letting him say things in his own words. It's better to get what you want to know directly from the source than making all these random videos and everybody is just chanting the same thing over and over. He made, let me see. He made a video with a wrinkled white woman where she said white women should date black men when they get older and white men don't want them anymore. And Phil agreed.
Okay, let's talk about that. That video, once again, was, I don't know when it came out, 2013, 2012, somewhere around there. Her name is Karen Lee Potter. She have a show, and she was talking about that. And the conversation came up is that older white women, they do go after black men because when they get old, white men don't really want them no more. That's why they trade them in. They can't deal with white women getting old. That constantly. So the white women go push up on black men. A lot of older white women would do that mess. They'd be tricking off of black men when they old. That's what I was talking about. But once again, that's an older interview. Like, what are you doing that you think you're exposing? That's what I'm talking about. And then S. Wiseman there saying he disrespected black women. No, I don't disrespect black women. Black women have done put many work for me. I put a lot of black women on my show, which means I disrespect them. What are you talking about?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, um, okay, yeah. Gab Talk Media said he has been consistently been challenging white supremacy. And yeah, that is very true. So I mean, what this is what I want to say to everybody in the chat. So you know what his wife looked like. So does that diminish all of his messages to you? So I'm asking you directly in the chat.
S. Wiseman, let me answer your question. Let me answer your question, S. Wiseman. That's what I said. I'm going to say this again because a lot of people hear what they want to hear. I said, if you are single, okay, you do not have no children, you have a right to say, I don't want to date someone with children. If you have children, you cannot say that I don't want to date a woman with kids because you have kids. You can't do that. That's what I said. But see, people only want to hear one side. I notice when people watch videos and you just stop and say, you said this, and say, okay, you didn't listen to the whole thing. I can tell.
Yeah. Okay. Now it says he wants to move to Africa because he hates black women. I never heard him say that before.
What? I want to move to Africa where you're surrounded by nothing but black people.
I know, and a lot of black women.
Because I hate you. That's the reason why I want to do it. Really? I don't understand. See, my daughter even sitting here laughing at that junk. they just like it's entertainment. Like my daughter laughing at that junk.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Damage. Phil doing damage control. He gotta pay that mortgage. Oh, well, I don't know.
What damage control?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Lisa had messaged me. I said, yeah, I come on. I come to Lisa's show all the time. What are you talking about? Damage control? Damaging what? I'm engaging with you guys. Like I said, I'm just being, humble as possible. But damage control on what? If this is what it takes for black folks to try to tear down another black person, this is why white supremacy will stay in control for another 1,000 years. Because they are organized, they are on code. They're not going to tear down Richard Spencer if they catch him what he did was fooling with an Asian woman. Because they're not going to tear him down because Richard Spencer is important to the movement. No, but black folks, if you have an opinion like Dr. Moonby, for instance, a black woman on the continent fighting for you, right? Oh no, let's tear her down. So it doesn't matter what it is. We tear each other down for anything. I just talked to a black man that called me that said he went to his wife's page, a black man with a black wife, and took his wife's picture and his children, put it up on the internet and trying to harm him. And this brother fights hard for black people. Why would you treat brother that way? I'm not going to say the brother's name, but if he chooses to say it, that's him. But this brother I highly respect this brother, and they did that to him. So
yeah,
what's up with that?
Okay, video 99, video file 99. I could be wrong, but this seems to be a major issue with who have a problem with his wife. How do you fight for all of us 100% in the system when your mate is not 100% of you, your people?
Okay, judge me by my works. That's why I say judge me by my works. Judge me by my spending, because a lot of people talk about we at war, we this and that and the third, but you guys, a lot of people don't even understand the tactics that white supremacy use. And this is why they're not worried about us. Like I say before, help employ black people. I give my money to black people. I try to help black people as much as I can. I have video of what I've done. So I don't understand that. You say the enemy, or we at war. We at war with who? I say white supremacy, but I'm not with a white woman. Now you can all day say, oh, they white Latina. Well, y'all bring that up from the U.S. Census. And if you look at know exactly where they come from in our history, and it's just amazing to me. And I put up, and people was criticizing that why he put up the DNA. Now it's always the DNA don't matter, but use the DNA to get you convicted in court. But okay, so DNA don't matter. You know good and well, a lot of us escaped from Texas and different areas into Mexico. The Mexican army fought a lot of the white supremacists off, and we have like a big community like around Veracruz of black people still there to this day. Everybody know about Gaspar Yanga, you know about Vicente Guerrero. Like black people was intertwined with them in the past, right? But and then a lot of black people say they're Native Americans, but then you have an issue with me. I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So many of them are still saying they feel that she is white. Okay.
Well, I mean,
So,
feel what they
so
want, but and that's okay. Like I told a lot of people before, um, if you like what I'm doing, hey, let's continue doing that. God bless you. And if this is a deal breaker for you, and you, I can't no more, I can't. And if anything I said on my platform prior to this is a lie, hey, challenge me on those lies. But if this is what it takes, because like I said, Ben Carson, let me look at him. I mean, okay, and let me ask the people in the chat. So, what do you think I should do? Should I start cooning now? Should I start, aligning up for Fox News? What do you think I should do now? So I wasn't on my platform promoting black men to start dating all these different women. I've always promoted black men to be with black women. Why? So you have more black families, which is very important. I had a platform. I could have promoted that very well. Okay, I understand propaganda. I understand repetition. I understand psychology. I could have did that, but instead on my platform, I want to promote, black people be, black people build a family. Let's stop aborting our children. I could have do all that. So nothing with me is going to change. If you feel that's bothersome, then that's fine. But I'm going to continue doing the work because I know exactly what we're doing here, what's important. And some people not going to rock with you forever. It could be this, it could be something else. But any person that you so-called may like will have something you're not going to like eventually.
okay. So from Maurice Muhammad, he said, for me, I need to know if he only disagree with swirling because Trump is that in office? I need him to answer.
Trump has nothing to do with my opinions, sir. Trump has nothing to do with my opinions. Not at all. I don't even think about Trump. Other than what that fool said today. Did you see that video today? That he calling a woman? You seen that?
Yes.
That I mean, other than that funny crap, like you say Trump get away with. No, I've never got on there and start promoting that. Trump has nothing to do with my opinions. I barely make Trump videos anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's it? You should continue to handle your business. Okay, so that's a person. Um yeah, I mean, as far as you speaking out, you have probably spoken out in very big ways, out here more than many. I mean, in that trip from Africa, I was really fascinated by that.
Oh, you checked out the video?
Yes, I
Uh,
watched all of your videos on Ethiopia.
no, I'm talking about. Did you watch the full production?
Yes, I
Okay,
watched all of them. Hmm.
okay.
It was beautiful what I saw, just from, when you were talking and just looking at the scenery behind you, it looks beautiful over there.
Oh yeah, you should go. You should go. And it's beautiful out there. You love the people. It's amazing. Like I said, I just Okay, one person say, Phil, don't. What do you mean by that? Don't coon though. What are you talking about?
Okay. Reasons why. Phil's first wife was black. He does have black children. So I don't know what you mean when you say, but he don't have a black family.
I thought a lot of people say they believe in the scriptures and you are what your father say you are. I thought people be saying that. Now all of a
Yeah,
sudden, with your father,
He has 5 children.
right?
Okay, so My Miracle 79 said, so I guess you are cool with interracial marriage now?
Have I promoted that? Have I promoted that any time?
No.
Okay, and I'm not going to promote it after this. So what are you talking about?
Okay. I don't have to do Bella Jello. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have to do damage control for Phil.
Well, hold on, Lisa. If I'm going to do damage control, wouldn't I do it on my page?
Yeah. And number 2, um, isn't it better to talk directly to a person than put out a series of empty ass videos that everybody else is doing? I mean, look, you're getting everything directly from him. You're getting hearsay stuff from everybody else. Okay, well, Heartless, you can love who you want, but don't preach that you want Black families to stay together and you don't have one.
Okay, so are you a female that said that?
Now, I don't know if that's a male or female.
I don't know.
I'm just, you know, this is really disappointing to me.
No, Lisa. I'm glad. No, this is good. This happening because you need to see. You need to see it for yourself. This is like I said. And notice, I don't see a bunch of 1488 in here. I'm not saying they not here, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Miss Feminista said these pro-Black men think they're going to build the Black community up with non-Black women.
Who's these pro-Black men?
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, if she's not Israelite, would you divorce her?
Would I divorce? Okay, Lisa. Would I divorce my wife? No, she hasn't done anything to warrant that. Why would I divorce my wife? And my thing is like I said on O'Shea, when I was single and by myself, nobody cared about anything. When I was living, I lost everything with a divorce, and I was living in an apartment with nothing. Had an air mattress, sleeping on the freaking floor. Nobody
Mhm.
I feel then. Why everybody caring about feel now? That's what I want to focus on. Why? What are these people at?
Mhm.
All these people. I don't know why men, interjecting about relationships, but all these women that's interjecting. Like, where were they? I was on YouTube and I even announced it while I was going through. People know.
Mhm.
See,
Okay, so
all one person said, "What is 1488?" See, you don't know 1488, but y'all know Phil and what he got going on. So you need to know 1488. Some businesses price their things at 1488 too. Some of them that's along with white supremacy, but you won't catch that.
okay. S. Wiseman, Radical told the truth about her swirling past. You can't give one a pass and not the other.
It's not okay. When I watch a video, I don't have to know your past to know anything. It's not my business what that woman do in her life. When she put up her videos, you watch it for the subject matter. I was like, well, let me see. What did you do in your past? I want to know. That's too doggone nosy. I'm watching a video about when Lisa put up a video about fentanyl and opioids. I'm not saying what man did Lisa date in 1985. I need to know. I don't care. I want to know about fentanyl. Do you do that on TV to all the actors and actresses? Who did they date? No, you just watch the TV.
Well, Phil, on Sunday, somebody called me through the Hangout to propose to me. I don't know who that was. It was weird. You know, oh boy, if you can't laugh, you cry. Let's see. The mockers are legions that don't understand love. They would rather destroy. Well, there's a lot of people out here, and I can attest to, you know, I even notice it now that my channel is now growing. When I was small, I didn't get hated on quite as much, but now that I'm growing, oh, I'll go into a chat and see people hating on me. I've caught it a couple of times. So I can attest to that.
I mean, like I said, look, now everybody is starting to slowly find out about 1488. They still didn't really fully spell it out. But, how many white supremacist tattoos do you know? Like, you pull over by a cop, can you look at his arm and see if he got white supremacist tattoos? But, they won't talk about, what Phil got going on. See, you saying we in a war, you don't even know your true enemy.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm the enemy. Okay.
Okay, Phil should do what the McClures did when shit hit the fan. Apologize and keep it moving.
Apologize for what? Well, like y'all caught me on video, like talk like in some club somewhere, white people just trashing black folks to all my white friends or something. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, look how Phil really feels about us. Now that's something that you should say, you better apologize for that video. You know what I'm saying? But okay.
Yeah. All right, Gab Talk Media wants to ask the chat a question. Ask the family what they want Phil to do. I mean, he already told you he's married to this woman. He's not going to divorce her. So what do you want him to do?
I never said I was pro-black. That's the thing. When have I ever came on my show and says I am pro-black? I said that's stupid to call yourself pro-black because that means you for your people. You should be like that by default. And this term pro-black is some term that was made up and it has expectations that nobody can live by. If you think about it, you can't say nothing wrong. You can't make a mistake. You can't have an opinion or nope. And then the moment you do something different, you're an agent.
Yeah.
You can't win for losing.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as putting, pictures of people's families on the internet, that can be a very dangerous thing. There have been YouTube creators that had their kids and wives and families threatened by, there's a lot of lunatics out here. Everybody is not comfortable with doing that.
Earth Angel, that's fake news. I'm not mad at anything. Like, what are you talking about? I'm just talking about my history. Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right, Michael G24. Them folks don't like me talking about telling black people get their passports. They don't like that. You have to understand that. I don't know who, like, this person all of a sudden pops up and does something that other YouTubers, like, who actually got platforms and actually could really do something, and they never did it. You know what I'm saying? So it could be them folks.
Yeah.
To stir some stuff up. Like, think about it. They don't want y'all getting passports and going to Africa, or at least having the option to leave and do something. They don't want y'all starting your own businesses. They don't listen. The Boers are pissed off at me. They said that it's not right for me to tell black people not to trust them. They're angry. The Boers are sending me all kind of messages in my Facebook email right now, and I'm enjoying it. That's what I should be like relishing in. The Boers are pissed off, and I got to them. Now I got to look up and see the people that I'm fighting for. I'll say, well, whatever. It is what it is.
Now, Maurice Muhammad says, so what are you if not pro-black?
What am I? I'm for black people by default, not the term pro-black, because I don't like I never liked that term because there's a certain expectation that nobody can live by. Pay attention to a person's work, not their terminology. You can say you're pro-black all day long, and don't do it in your money, don't do it in your lifestyle or whatever. Are you building schools for the children? Are you helping black people? Are you providing jobs for black people? Like what are you doing? I see so many black people say I'm pro-black, but they don't do anything for black people.
Okay. Now, I have another person, Phil. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Whoever don't like it, unsubscribe.
I
Yeah,
mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. Look, realistically, you're right. I don't owe anybody an explanation. I can say forget them and move on. But it's me just being me and trying to stay, humble with the people and have a conversation. That's it.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Um, Ask him, is he part of a fraternity? Oh, I don't know.
No, I'm not a part of any fraternity. Matter of fact, I pissed them off on Twitter a few months ago. I posted a picture with the people with the fraternity, and I say, why is it that black people that say they love black people walk around with Greek letters? I said, why are they doing that? Why they can create an African fraternity? And they say, oh, he's super woke. Oh, that's super woke black. They was mad I said that. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, really. Um, what are the expectations? So, what are your expectations, Phil, in this whole thing?
What do you mean? My expectation in what area?
You expect this to just die down eventually. All the people that want to unsubscribe from you just go on their merry way, and you just continue to build on your channel and push your message like you do on a regular basis.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. Nothing's going to change. Not a thing. Matter of fact, I'm going to do more. Because when people attack me, I do more. That's I've
Mhm.
always done that way. I'm not one person say, I can't believe you still making videos. Now I'm about to crank them out even more now. Because now I feel like I'm doing something. Because for all I know, the white supremacists could have did this to stir y'all up. You know what I'm saying? Because of what I'm doing. Trust me, the boys are pissed off. It's kind of funny how I pissed all the boys off, and then all of a sudden this happens. It's making me think about it like that.
Yeah.
This channel was never known to nobody. It wasn't a regular black YouTuber or whatever that didn't like me that had a platform. And come on, and all of a sudden everybody jumping on it. I understand what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what is it? What did you say? Phil, why did you hide like you did? I love you, man. Kind of hurt.
Uh,
I,
did not hide anything. My Patreons in LA, if you know some of them, ask them if they met my wife. If I was trying to hide her, they wouldn't have met her. Lovely T met her. She knows her very well. Tasha K knows who she is. Let me think. Everybody here in Houston know who she is. What do you mean hiding? What am I hiding? I'm not going to be putting my family on camera for approval of people on the internet I don't know. Do you know these white supremacists threaten my life, and I'm gonna give them everything now? Thanks to whoever did it, now I have to look at different measures with my family.
yeah.
And then my wife has been getting messages on Facebook, on her business pages, asking the friend request her, and for what?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. It was something else here. Okay. Do you speak on the fact that Hispanics treat black folks like dirt?
When it comes up, I will. As a matter of fact, my wife herself said that Hispanics could be more racist at times than than white folks. She told me that.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
said she told it to me.
I've seen that. Yeah, I have seen that even up in my area. But see, here in New Jersey, we don't see a lot of the natives and there's some Hispanics here, but we don't have the big population that you do down there in Texas. So, I don't see them quite as often as you do, as you would, in Texas, because you have so many.
This person's patience is a virtue. No, she is Lovely T is not. I personally take offense to that because I know her. I've been knowing her for a long time. I know what she's been through. I know what she's done to grow her company and her business. That woman is doing very, very well for herself, and she works hard. No, she is not. You know why are we gonna call her that? When have you ever seen her out here shucking and jiving for these folks? I've never seen it. Never. But once again, there we go, attacking another black person. For what?
Okay. Phil, you see your sister Lisa got your back. No, I'm just letting Phil speak for himself. I think that's way better than them crappy behind videos that are coming out with all these people that haven't spoken one word to him. Okay, think about the pros and cons. Pros, yes, cons, no. When you say pro-black, yes, I'm only for black people. I don't know. Well, he already said he is for black people. Okay. S-Mac, I feel so abandoned by black men. I'm single, and I have to see my men parading around with white women while I'm alone. It would be nice to be desired by them.
And I felt the same way when I was just a blue collar worker, and I didn't have nobody either, and everybody was passing me by too. I know how it feels. So I mean, what's
Okay. Now, yeah, you made videos attacking black women. Now you crying about being judged.
why am I crying? You don't see tears coming out my eyes. What are you talking about? I'm not crying.
Okay. Um, and okay, I don't understand some of this. Yeah, white supremacy causes confusion. I do agree with that. But you have many within our group that are about causing confusion too. And that real, unfortunately, we can't overlook that all the time. Lisa, what are your thoughts complete though? Well, you know, I mean, how do you address something when a person was when I came to Phil's channel, he was already married. So, I used to hear him talk about his wife. He talked about his wife quite often. Um, I guess I didn't think one way or another about it. He would just mention his wife and talk about the things they did together and talked about their relationship. And it just kind of added a little flavor into the conversation because he kind of showed you what he was like more on a personal scale as a family man and a husband and a father. But I never thought anything good or bad about it. I never thought anything negative about him talking about his family. But my thing is, all of these people are putting these videos out. I bet you not one of them are even talking to Phil. They're not getting anything from him. So when they talk about the money, who's really just doing this for money? Who's really doing it for money? The ones that are putting out all these videos. Oh, Phil is a swirler. You can't. He sold us out. And are they doing that? Are they doing their videos for money? I'm asking everybody in the chat. Are they doing their videos for money? Okay, that's still something that means you are not pure. Well,
let me this person black F, I guess first, whatever. Um, Yeah, you're right about that. You know, I mean, like according to y'all, well, why isn't she demanding that I talk about illegal immigration and immigrants all the time? Why isn't she demanding that? I mean, because trust me, if I would talk about that, I'll get the white liberals on my side. The white liberals will be donating. I'll get the Hispanic community on my side as well, and they'll be donating. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably be pushing me up to do this and do that. I don't even talk about that issue. I'm talking about issues in our community and what's going on, because that's what I understand and that's what I relate to. So what are you talking about?
Okay, now Phil said in his video they meeting him with his money, and said about calling his lawyer.
What did I say again? Oh, I'll tell you what I said, that we need to see what needs to happen, and that's it. What's the point? Everybody has that runs a business, because my wife has a business. You have to protect that. You have to protect everything that you have. Like, and everybody thinking that's demonization to run business. Like, why can't we have businesses and run that? I don't know who's doing what. I don't know. I don't know who did it. You know, it could be a white supremacist that's done it and got y'all stirred up. You think the white supremacists like me promoting passports? Like, think the white supremacists like me speaking against them like that? They hate me, and they can't
Mhm.
me no other way. So I say, oh, let me come at him this way.
Phil, I've had my passport since a teenager.
Hmm.
You know, everybody in my house has a passport. That is one thing I always like having, even if I didn't travel outside the country. But I have. I've been to, I lived in Europe for a while, and I've been to Canada a few times. So I've been to the Netherlands. I've been outside of the country. So for me to have a passport, it's almost like it's part of me. I can't even picture. I don't think I've been through my adult life without a passport. Not even once. Oh, and brother Maurice Muhammad, I do want to talk to you about your live stream, the one that you had recently. I didn't get a chance to reach out to you about that. Okay, so, there's a lot of people that are saying they see nothing wrong. Um,
Black Order. Yes. I explained that on O'Shea's show. Yes.
mhm.
Thank you, the Black Order.
Okay, we as people have way more to worry about than who brother Phil is married to.
That I agree with. I,
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. I just done a story about how Harvard, of all people, came out and said how these white teachers are calling out, have a racial bias and saying that the children are lazy, unintelligent, and violence prone. They're doing this to the kids, and they had a study on this. And yet, instead of us freaking out about our children being subjected to racialized abuse and terrorism, we don't want to focus on that. We want to focus on this. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You can't build a black nation without black families.
I know that, and I promote that, but that's a problem for me to promote that. It's a problem.
Yes. All right. All right. Black women, salty, they don't have a husband and are lonely. Maybe you should put your energy, never mind, they took it off. They just deleted it.
Oh my Lord, these females keep saying, and I'm saying that because it's aggravating me. He said he lied about his wife being black. I never said that. And then the people who put up videos who knew me, they say, "Well, y'all not exposing anything." He talked about his wife like for a long time ago. That
Mhm.
came later. That don't know my story.
I had a whole bunch of people. I did a hangout a little earlier in the morning, and I had a whole bunch of people saying that over and over. Phil lied about his wife. She's not black. He said she was a black Latina. And I was like, Now, I heard you talk about your wife, but, and I was telling him, I said, personally, I never heard him say that. I heard him talk about his wife, but I never heard him specifically say she was a Black Latina. But I got that from several people. Now, I don't know if they're just picking this up from the videos that are out there right now.
That's what they doing because Makana's right there. He said, I've been following Phil 6 years. When did he ever say she was black? It's so important to me the video or content. It doesn't even matter about that, and shout out about that. Um, it's just no one out of all these videos is saying nothing I said on my platform was a lie. That's what I really concerned about.
Hmm.
Show me in my videos where I'm lying about the system, lying about our conditions. Show me that. You know, like today, Sister Lisa, I'm putting the video out. Boy, brother Derek, he came here today. And you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got time to be dealing with that too much. We got great people coming through, doing things here. We got there's a lot of things that could help the community. You know what I mean? Like, but this we're gonna focus on. Another brother that and his wife opened up a spa. The one that's about the credit, trying to help black people with their credit. Like, oh, you trying to do that? These people who making videos, like, what are you doing to try to help the black community?
Okay. Now, somebody is saying, yes, he did, Lisa. Lisa, I respect you. Don't go there. Look, I'm asking him if he ever said his wife was a Black Latina. And he answered the question more than once and said no.
No, read Brother Maurice's comment.
Another issue I have when your business is making money off of our suffering isn't cool because you keep saying, I have to protect my business. Do you understand that's an issue?
No, that's not an issue at all. We talk about black-owned businesses and black people need to build media companies. How do you think the structure is going to be? And you said about our suffering. CNN is constantly reporting on black people's issues. Don't say nothing that I say about the issues. At least I care about them. Fox News benefits. Everybody benefits off of black people. Nike, they just finessed black people out of $6 billion off of their suffering and pain of police brutality, and they put Colin Kaepernick up there, and they just finessed the black community for the most part out of $6 billion. Now, why isn't Nike being told you're making money off our suffering and pain? Why Nike being told about these Jordans they're selling, and young black men are harming each other and doing the things they're doing, and they know they're doing it. They don't care. They're making millions of dollars and billions of dollars off of the suffering of black people. But if white people do it, we don't say nothing about that. But if it's another black man who you saying off of the suffering, what do you mean suffering? I don't talk about brothers even killing each other in the community like that, because I know that propaganda, if you constantly keep putting it out there, what it's going to do to demonize our image worldwide. I'm always pointing out racism and white supremacy and exposing things that benefits us. Talking about Africa. What do you mean benefit off of our suffering? What are you talking about? And what benefits? The benefits is in cooning. That's what the benefits is at. Doing what Jesse Lee Peterson do. That's what the benefits at. The benefit is not in doing what I'm doing. Trust me on that. I'm doing it because I love to do it and it's the right thing.
Oh, yeah. And, and not to mention that our Black communities are inundated by Chinese, East Indians, and Arabs, and the people that live right there in the community don't even own the businesses. Yeah, a lot of you are trolling just for the idea of trolling, you know, and no defense, but how dare some of you get in this chat and say things like, well, what are you doing for the Black community? Well, what the hell is your ass doing for the Black community? Let me ask you that question. What are you doing? I think it takes a hell of a lot of nerve to come in a chat and say to somebody, what are you doing for the Black community? What the hell are you doing? And I get sick of that. I even get that. If I talk about a certain subject matter, well, what are you going to do about it? I'm telling you about it. Okay.
And
I
now
mean, you're not even, what action are you taking on the behalf of your community? I don't get that.
I got a few questions I need to answer. One person asked, "What is your wife doing for the Black community?" Well, it wouldn't be an advised media network in where it is today if she did not help me with that. So that's one. So if that's her contribution, and knowledge and information is power. If you don't understand that, Sister Lisa, excuse me, puts out a lot of videos that I didn't even know about, and some good videos. And white people, on average, especially the local news stations, they spend close to $1 million a month on media. Why? Because he or she who can put out media could possibly control minds. So that's why the white supremacists don't like me. They don't like Lisa. Look, they took Lisa's channel down, the white supremacists. You know they took the channel down. Okay. Because Lisa was putting out knowledge that they did not want. So don't say what you're doing for the Black community, Lisa. She's putting out knowledge and information that Black people don't know throughout the world. Black people ain't watching TV anymore. They're watching the smartphone. That's what they're watching. They're watching Lisa, not CNN. And the white supremacists hate that crap.
Oh yeah. I told you I got a big audience over there on Reddit.
There you go.
Big audience. Maurice Muhammad. Example, you said I'm going to stop doing my videos because they took the ad dollars away. Do you remember saying that?
Yeah. I shut down. I said in the video, I said that I'm gonna shut down for 7 days. That's what I said. And I came back in 7 days. So what's the point?
Okay.
Only reason I'm responding that way is because we are so invested in and you trying to slice and dice and everything I've ever done or said, but yet these white folks, they are right now planning your destruction. But
Mhm.
you say, okay, listen, you say we in a war. Okay, do warriors fight against each other? Or are they trying to battle up and get together and deal with the other team? I don't get that. If we were truly in a war, we're going to lose, so we're going to like implode on each other. The enemy ain't got to fire a shot.
Mhm. Oh, Esquire 1995 said, "Why has your channel not been taken down? What?" I guess that's what is your secret?
That's my secret. That's a troll. Well, I don't want to accuse him of being a troll. I'm not. He said, Phil looks so depressed. I hope the best for him. I am not depressed. I'm a very happy individual. I just came back from the gym. Like I said, people talk about me. I went to the gym. It was leg day. I went work out. You know what I'm saying? Earlier, I ate a chicken sandwich and a salad, Caesar salad, because y'all got on to me about that African Union video. I agree with y'all on that. That was not a good look. I mean, people talk about me all kind of ways. That's fine.
Mhm. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that happens, but you know what, Phil, I'm not going to keep you any longer. I think you've answered enough questions, and I do appreciate you taking your time out and being here tonight. Is there anything else you would like to say?
Um, I'm looking at I'm looking at the questions. That's all what people are saying. But like I said, if y'all could do me a favor, and like I say, even if you don't watch me anymore, I understand. But if you would take the same fervor and fight racism and white supremacy, if you do that without me, hey, I'm rocking with you, even if you don't rock with me, because this is what we need to do. Philip is not anything in the community like that. He's not. But if we would band together, we'd be FBI on these white supremacists. Nobody's doing that to find out what George Zimmerman's at. Nobody's doing that. But that's just what they choose to do. These folks know these white supremacists know Black people here. They know you, and they know if they got to stop. the black folks that may be waking you up. And it's not that very hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we looking for a reason. Like the one sister told me today, that was a good email. He said, Phil, they've been looking for a reason to get at you. They got one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm also finding a lot of these people putting videos up. I start looking at them a little close, and some of these people that are doing these things are notorious for stirring things up. And I'm starting to learn this about several of them out here.
Lisa, this is the thing. When you have certain YouTubers, they get in a click with YouTube too. Because you can get in a certain click with YouTube. And when you get in that click with YouTube, you're going to separate yourself from a lot of black people that way too. I'm not even in a click like that. Now, could I get in the click? It wouldn't take too much to get in the click. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not like that, because I understand you getting them clicks and all that, but that's when you see black people separate. You get what I'm saying? So if I didn't have a love for my community, this is what I would do. I would say, you know what? Forget that. I'm going to separate myself, and that's it. And I'm not. If I was truly trying to separate myself, I wouldn't be here taking questions. Then they're gonna flip. They're gonna take the. He said this, and there's gonna be like 40 videos from what I said on O'Shea. It's gonna be 40 videos what I said here tonight, Lisa. So
Yeah, I know. I'll be scum by tomorrow morning. I know.
You cool. Hold on, supporting a coon, Lisa. You're supporting a coon. Lisa, you a fraud too. You suspect. I got my eye on you too, Lisa. Because you had him on your show. I'm not gonna be your Patreon no more. Let me think. What else? I'm gonna unsubscribe, Lisa, because it is and that and the third.
Yeah, and like I said before in the past, Phil, if anybody want to unsubscribe, you do not have to make the announcement to me. Just go ahead and do it. That's all I have to say about that.
Oh,
but
somebody was saying the white supremacists are in the chat. Sure, they're in the chat.
Yeah, they're listening to us all the time.
Yeah, they sit up there laughing. They laughing at this whole thing. They say, "Boy, them Negroes." They say, "We got them every time." That's exactly what they saying. They say, I say, but you know what? To the white supremacists in the chat, now I'm digging my heels in deeper. You don't even get it, because I'm thinking y'all behind it. That's how I'm gonna think.
Yeah, and it shows that we still can't be on code. we just can't do it.
The lady of Soul 502. You don't have a wrench? I thought you had a wrench on my channel. Well, if you don't, I'll try to get that.
I have to make sure she has a wrench. But Phil, thank you. Thank you so much for taking your time out. I really enjoyed this conversation, and you cleared up everything for yourself. If it's still not clear enough for the rest of you, then I don't know what to say.
Oh, it's all good. Like I said, it'll be something else another day. We'll get over this hump, and then it'll be the next challenge. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Even though y'all may not like me now, I still love all y'all. I love you. May God bless you, the Most High, Allah, whatever name you want to call it. May He bless you in all your endeavors. That's how I feel about that. Even if you don't watch me no more.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Swirling did not start with Phil. It had started thousands of years ago, y'all. It started thousands of years ago. And there's tons of stories even in the Bible about it. So it did not start with Phil. All right, Phil, you enjoy the rest of your night.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You want to talk to me. I appreciate that. And let's say a shout out to the people that support me, and shout out to the people that didn't. They can't stand my gut. Shout out to you too, But thank you, Lisa.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to keep any of you up any longer. Over here on the East Coast, it's already 12:06. So please enjoy the rest of your night. I mean, some people are not going to be happy with what he said. Some people will be satisfied with what he said. You have to be the judge of that. I'm not here to influence you one way or another. You're all grown-ups, and I have no reason to treat you like children. And I won't do that. You all have a mind of your own, and you can make up your mind about what you want to do. But you heard everything directly from Phil. I'm not about to put out a series of videos about somebody. I'm going to let you hear right from his mouth to your ears. I think that's only the right thing to do. And I will see you again on my next video, ladies and gentlemen. Shalom. Peace.